I sprayed both of these. Wasn't sure about doing that, but when I read online that they were originally painted anyway, so I thought I might as well give that a coat, or a couple of coats. Let's add a couple of coats as well. I've just used this engine enamel, only because that's what I had. I think that was left over from when I did my Ducati engine, so I might as well use that up. So I've now just got to cook these off, so I'm going to put them in the barbecue, and yeah, I think I need about an hour and a half. Just got to check what temperature I need to get up to, but yeah, that should bake that on there okay, I think. So I'll start getting this brake plate back together. Hasn't come up too bad, I don't think. Spraying that. Right, so that isn't particularly, I think the finish has come off that a bit. That will have to do. That one isn't quite so bad. Yeah, right, so I think they go in, that one up, or slot up, and this side slot down. I think that's how they go. We'll soon find out. So I'll just get a bit of grease on there. Slide that in. Like that. Get the excess. That one. Like that. Right. So let's flip this over. Bit too much grease in there. Right. So we now have these parts to go in. So again, we want some grease on there. One in there. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. And that one. And there. Right, it's ready to fit new brake shoes. So I have to get these little adjusters in as well. They are just on a snail cam. Also, when you adjust them up, that pin rises and therefore expanding the shoes in the drum. So we'll set that to minimum. I don't know if that's best to put that on the shoe first. I might just put a little bit of high melting point, just a smidge in there, I think. That will help stick that in place. A smidge on the back there. Right, so that one will go in like so. Okay, this one will go in this way round. That'll go on there like that, and just to stick that in place. So springs, which way these go, I wonder. I think they came off hooks up, as far as I remember. Would that be right like that? Yeah, must be that way around because of the gap there. That in there. Was it that one or was it that one? Seem to fit better in that one. Right. That one there. Not sure they go like that or not. I'm going to check my old video. That's the best thing to do, and that'll give me a clue. Right, well that's a good thing about videoing what you're doing. You've always got a reference. Right, so that actually goes in that second hole there. So it'll be the same on this side. That hole there. Right, what's going to be the easiest? That one in that end. Like so. Bring this up here. And that spring. Where's it gone? There. Bugger. The second one is always more difficult. Right. That looks about right to me. I'll try and pick this up with it. Get my greasy mortars all over it. Yeah, I possibly want to centralise a little bit, but like that, I think. Yeah, once we get it in the drum, that'll sort itself out. Okay, let's start getting this hub back together. So I think we'll start this end. First thing is the little grease seal, dust seal. I have got new bearings. I haven't decided, but actually they're so cheap. These bearings, I might as well replace them. So these are SKF 6204 2RS, which I'll be replacing. I think these are probably the originals. These are Hoffman bearings, so they could well be original ones. Yeah, so dust cap or grease cap. Don't really need to put these back in, but I will do, just in case somebody in the future wants to put open bearings back in. They won't have to find the parts. So tap that down to roughly where I think that should go. That's actually a bit tight, that end. Let's try that end. Right, around there. I could have done this on the press, I suppose. That's bearing. Going in square. Which we're not. Probably was better to do it on the press. That's starting to tighten up, so I might even do that. I'll get that in the press, I think, and finish that off. Got the tools, might as well use them. That's so much easier, isn't it? Right, I just want to go far enough. I've got to remember that the cover's got to go in, and the circlip. I can always knock it back. Let's see how far we are. A little bit more as yet, I think. Could have marked it off on here, I suppose. Let's have another look. I think we're too far off, actually. Now, so that can go in there now, which I can tap that in, that won't be a problem. And we can get the circlip in. About there. It looks like that might be there. If not, we'll just have to give it a little bit more of a press down. Right, so I'll get that circlip in there, and then flip it over. Right, so next thing is to get this circlip back in. she was seated. Slide in. Yeah, looks like we're in. And then this piece can go back in, although like I said, don't really need it. But just for the next person, I think we'll put up bearings, so that can drop in there. And the bearing, which again, yeah, I'll just get that in the press to do that. So we just press that down to that circlip. One thing also ought to mention, when I took the old bearing off, there is this additional spacer on here, on this on the front wheel axle. So obviously this is used for other front wheels. Yeah, just to get it to work, they've made a little spacer, which I don't even know if that is. No, it's not even listed in the parts book actually. Yeah, so it's on there. Yeah, what am I doing? How do I push that in? Not until that's in. That wouldn't be very good, would it? Right, so I'll get that knocked in there, and then the bearing. I think I might just put a little bit of grease on that. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of corrosion on there, so just to protect it a little bit, though we shouldn't really need it. Just to keep the moisture off it. You can see these ends are starting to rust up a little bit. That should just protect that a little bit from the atmosphere. Right, so it can drop down there. Like that. Yeah, then the bearing can go in. Right. So I'll get this set up in the press. Right, so I'll use this deep socket again, which will get that most of the way down, and if I need to get it any more, I've got an old outer ring off a bearing race, so that will give me a little bit extra if I should need it. I think this will get it most of the way. Right. So far that would go with that. I just think that's almost there. Look at that. That's why I always keep a few old bearings and things like this, you know when they're going to come in useful. I think actually, I think that's there. Yep, didn't really need much more. away so we can get the top nut in there, the left hand thread nut. Right, that is there. So that's bearings replaced, axle back in. So we're ready to kind of rebuild the wheel now. I'm just waiting for the rim and spokes to turn up. They will be a little while because they're kind of made to order. So yeah, I'll just wait for those to turn up and then can finish the rest of it.